Thanksgiving morning, got my workout in. Got a little sweaty before I got stuffed. Worked on them thighs before I ate them pies. Do the work if you want to earn the turkey. Don't be a jerky. Well, second thought. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to an all-new episode of Brian's Jerky Journey. Episode 14, a special Thanksgiving Eve edition of Brian's Jerky Journey with your host, it's me, your host and the place to be, the notorious Brian G. So, by the time you get this, it'll be after Thanksgiving, so I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. It is the eve of Thanksgiving right now as I'm filming this, and I am on my way to my parents' house to pick up my kids. They had a half day today, as I'm sure anyone with kids on this day probably did as well. Went to the gym, just finished up, on my way over there right now. And in addition to picking up my kids there, my sister is actually flying in from Savannah, Georgia tonight, hopefully. It's kind of a rainy night right now. Hopefully she gets in safe and on time. But she should be home tonight to see her nephews. And tomorrow we'll be back at my parents' house for Thanksgiving with a couple of my dad's sisters. And it'll be nice because my brother and my sister will be there. And unfortunately, with my sister living in Georgia, and my brother's actually a pastor of a Catholic priest, a pastor of his own church in Brookline, Massachusetts, which is right outside the city of Boston. We rarely have a chance to all see each other. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times a year that we all get together. And this happens to be one of them. So it's a very special day for me. One that, those moments where we're all together. And life is short, so you kind of appreciate the time you have with them. And given what's going on in terms of where, my siblings live, it's definitely made me appreciate the time that I have with them. And I know it definitely means a lot to my parents when we're all together as well. So sad to say that I'm probably the only one of the three that sees them regularly. So my parents are a great help, as are my in-laws with helping to take care of the kids while my wife and I work full time. So, but it should be good. I just hit the gym on the way over here, and I'm feeling pretty good. So it's a Wednesday. I usually weigh myself on Wednesday just to kind of see how much damage I put on over the weekend and how far I am to, how much more am I up over my Saturday weigh-ins. And this morning was actually kind of interesting because when I weighed myself, I'm exactly the same weight Wednesday morning as I was on Saturday when I weighed in. So that's huge. That basically means if I stick to plan the next 3 days, I'll end up with a net loss for the week. Going to be difficult, obviously, with the Thanksgiving holiday, but it should be interesting. But I wanted to do a review today in the spirit of Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is you eat turkey, and there is Turkey Jerky, and there is a brand of Turkey Jerky that I would like to review for you guys, and it's the Turkey Jerky from Perky Jerky. I just love saying the word Perky Jerky. It's one of those things where you can't help but not, say it and not, you can't have a straight face when you're saying it. So this is the Perky Jerky Turkey, more than just original. This peppery delight will surprise you. So on the front of the bag here, I say it right here, it's bold and tender, the best tasting jerky on earth, guaranteed. It touts having 10 grams protein per serving. It's all natural with no added MSG. And right here on the bottom, they actually do have the nutritional content, but I'll read the full nutritional content after I read what's on the back here. So, carefully handcrafted and marinated for tenderness, the best tasting jerky on earth, guaranteed. Turkey, more than just original. It's not like the other snoozer originals you might expect. More than just original, lives up to its name. This exciting and flavorful marinade has hints of sweetness with cracked pepper. Your fingers will be hitting the bottom of the bag in no time. So, so I've tried, turkey jerky in the past. I've actually done a review for the Jack Links, one of my first episodes. So the grading scale for when you're ranking turkey versus beef is going to probably vary because the textureness will vary because the meat is different than what you'd see in beef. So you have beef from a cow and turkey. So just kind of, hypothesizing my prior experiences having eaten the turkey jerky, it's definitely a lot leaner, the texture of it. And so that's why they kind of, say that it's a good alternative to beef if you want to, kind of eat more protein. Some leaner meats with the lower fat and higher protein. So, and this kind of speaks to it. So, it stays here. It's a 2.2 ounce bag. There's 2 servings in this bag. So, a standard 1 ounce serving is 80 calories, 5 calories from fat, only a half a gram of fat with no saturated or trans fats, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 350 milligrams of sodium, 8 grams of carbs, which probably is because of the flavorful marinade that they talked about. No dietary fiber, 7 grams of sugar, again, kind of speaking to the marinade here with the peppery. Looks like there's a little bit of sweetness in this as well. And then 10 grams of protein, as I talked about. So, anywho. Before I dig into this, I just want to let you guys know that I actually have been kind of watching back the videos that I've been posting, just to kind of see what I'm doing well, what I'm not doing well. Trying to get rid of those forget what the saying is. It's been over 10 years since I've had Toastmasters training, but it's kind of the transition. I've noticed there's quite a bit of things that I will say on a normal basis when I do these videos. So I'm doing what I can to improve upon it. So feel free to keep watching, and especially give me feedback privately in terms, see, that's another one, in terms. Give me feedback as it relates to what I could do better. So, without further ado, let's dig in. Drum roll, please. All right, so tenderness and texture, 25% of the score, upon initial scent when I open the bag. So just digging into the bag, it's definitely a tender. Ooh, yeah. So if you notice, the color will vary based off the style. So the beef jerky is kind of like a golden brown. This is a light orangey. But yeah, this is definitely you can tell the sweet marinade that they talked about in the description is probably attributed to the textureness, the tenderness, and the texture here. So it's very hard to do apples to apples with beef and turkey. Like I said, the tenderness and texture will vary based off the style. So when I give this a 4, which is what I'm going to give it from a scale of 1 to 5, tenderness and texture, if this were beef tearing like this, I would probably give it a 5, because a lot of people don't like the idea, and a lot of people have told me, I don't eat beef jerky. I don't eat jerky. I think a lot of it has to do with the chewiness of it. So if they have a hard time chewing on it, they're not going to enjoy it. They just kind of want to make it easy to chew and swallow and that. But yeah, so I'm giving this a 4 on the turkey side on tenderness and texture. Scent and smell, it smelled good upon initially opening the bag. Taking more of a sniff of it, it smells good as well. So scent and smell, I will give a 4 as well. And then chewiness and taste. So just based off of the softness of the chewiness and how it smells. So take a whiff here and take a kind of reach out and feel this and tell me how tender that is. It's gonna probably chew very well. And so let's see how it tastes. That's good. Peppery delight. Funny enough, you don't really taste don't taste the pepper, but you definitely taste the hints of sweetness with the cracked pepper in there. And I always like a little bit of cracked pepper. Regardless of what I'm eating, I'll put a little, fresh ground pepper, black pepper on my stuff. Very strange, but chewiness and taste. So I really like this. So I'm gonna give it a 5. So this is kind of like one of my first ranked videos. If it's a 4 for tenderness and texture, and a 4 for scent and smell, and a 5 for chewiness and taste, then that score is going to be a 4.5 overall out of 5. So that'll do it for this Thanksgiving Eve edition of Brian's Turkey Journey. If any of you haven't seen already, the last 2 days I've gotten quite a bit of content to use in future episodes. I have a brand out of Austin, I think it's Austin, Texas, but in and around that area, called Wicked Cuts, that have actually sent me a couple of their product to review for a future episode. They sent me and they're 3-ounce bags, so they're pretty big. They sent me a bag of what's called their Carolina Reaper, which is probably one of the hottest. The Carolina Reaper pepper is probably one of the hottest peppers there is in the world. So they sent me a bag of that, and I'm going to actually have a panel with 4 other friends of mine to do that, because it's 3 ounces is definitely enough to go around for everyone. And then they sent me the bacon jerky, which I'm basically going to use as payment to my friends for taking part and being tortured by it, as well as a cup of milk probably during the Carolina Reaper challenge, and then whatever, a beer or a mixed drink, or maybe something hard like hard vodka of their choice, hard alcohol of their choice, as a thank you for taking part in it. So I got that, and then I have a coworker of mine who lives in Charleston, South Carolina, gave me had a place called Charleston House of Jerky, and local homemade jerky. She'd gotten me the teriyaki and the teriyaki salmon, and I'm looking forward to reviewing that, because this looks like good quality, and I'm looking forward to reviewing that. It's actually vacuum sealed when they made the jerky. Nice long strips, vacuum sealed. It looks really good, so I'm excited about that. And then I'm going to see my best friend later on this week, and he's got a teriyaki jerky for me from Salt Lake City, Utah. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, like this video, hit that subscribe button to watch past and future videos, as well as leave a comment on these videos in terms of what you like, don't like, suggestions. And you can like me on my other social media channels, on Facebook at Brian's Jerky Journey, on Twitter at BG Jerky Journey, and on Instagram at Brian Jerky Journey. So that'll do it for this special Thanksgiving Eve edition of Brian's Jerky Journey. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you get a lot of shopping done on Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. And I will see you next time. So I hope you enjoyed the journey with me, and you'll join me in the next one. Take care, bye.
Thank you for watching Brian's Jerky Journey. If you don't like jerky, you suck.